This video, I want to deal with this subject called is trading gambling, and the way it's not. To answer the question, it's not. Trading is not gambling. No one is gambling trading. Gambling is essentially basically staking a given outcome based on what a house has prepared for you. You essentially believe in that for a given outcome to play, certain odds have to probably be met. So your prediction is more or less like based on previous data. So your inferentials, you base your staking decisions primarily on a given data pertaining to, let's say, an event. For let's say for a team A to win against team B, you believe that okay, for the past 10 matches they've played, this team A has won much more games than team B. So you believe that team A has what it takes to win. So you stake pertaining to that given data, but you're not literally involved in the playing of the game. You're literally, what you're doing is you're outsourcing your risk to a given team. What if the team in particular doesn't have your intent as well? Let's say the match is a fixed game. How would you tell? You basically, but I'm not saying most people don't win with gambling, but all I'm just trying to say, there's a big difference between trading and gambling. When you outsource your risk profile to a given team, it means you are not in control of the outcome. The outcome is in the hands of that given team in particular. So you are more or less hoping that team delivers. Well, with trading, you literally extract your data from you literally extract your data using a script as your reference to, then you make your trading decisions out of that data that you've acquired. So more or less like you are also involved in the extraction, and the outcome is also in your hands. So you know what you're doing per that. You are not outsourcing your risk to any given entity or team. You are the person involved in taking the risk. So trading is more or less like I know my data and I also trade in accordance with that data. I am not really outsourcing my data to a given entity. So the risk has been more or less suppressed, much more than levying my risk to a different entity that I don't really know their intent. And should in case my outcome doesn't play, I lose. But with this one, I know my data and I trust my script. So my trading decisions is not influenced by let's say it's not literally influenced by the fact that I've levied or I've outsourced my risk profile into a different entity to play my outcome for me. It's like once you hope for something to play out, you're not really involved essentially, because if you were involved in it fully, you wouldn't be hoping that much. You know the outcome by your actions. And that's what separates gambling from trading. Trading is more or less like you are inferring from the past, making decisions out of the past, and trading trading in accordance with your past data that you have or your given data that you have. So it more or less like trading more or less helps you minimize your risk, and sorry, and gambling more or less increases your risk because you have outsourced your risk profiling or your risk to a given entity, and you're hoping. And with trading, you don't trade primarily on what you think or what you hope. You trade on what you see, and what you see is what you understand is primarily determined by how well you understand. So you're trading more or less like you are in control of the outcome. Whereas the gambling is you are not essentially in control of the outcome. And the sad thing about gambling is, and again, this video is not trying to disparage gamblers. I'm just trying to say that the luck is not in your favor that much, because the odds or the probability of outcome is being decided by a house. He has probably done his or regimented manuals that ensures that his risk is not really that severe, so that should in case the house loses or you win, the house doesn't lose that much, and should in case that you lose, the house wins a lot. So it's a tricky thing because sometimes you might be tempted to think that traders are guessed, and they are not. They are literally using a script, or they are indicators, or again they are scripts to make their trading decisions. And whereas you are also using your data to base your gambling. And again, I'm not saying this to say that you can't gamble. I'm just trying to emphasize on the very difference between trading and gambling, because I feel like most traders are not gambling. They are literally using real-time empirical data to make their trading decisions, whereas gamblers are also using real-time, but they are sourcing their risk profile and their risks to a given entity to play a given outcome for them. And I'm just trying to highlight the big difference between the two. And again, I don't really want to take much of your time, guys. Just have a nice day. Peace.